Hello.
Hello,
Hey
hello,
guys.
hello, everyone. How are you guys? Great to see you. Hi, Anders. Oh,
Hello.
look,
Hi
everybody is
Holly.
already there. Hi, Holly. Welcome to the VoiceIt show. This is episode 36, everyone. Nice to see you all, and it's so exciting. And wow, it's great to be back again.
Yeah.
And It's it's a new day, and I'm feeling really good. Gosh, is it the dogs barking outside?
Who cares?
Gosh, but thank you everyone for being here, and thanks for coming in every week. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the Voice It Show, please go ahead and subscribe. Yes, finally pointing
There's
in the
somewhere.
right direction there somewhere in the bottom. And
Yeah.
we're going to be joined by cool guests on Thursdays. And a special shout out to all our patrons.
Yes. Anders Lindholm, Shelley O'Neill, Adam Gorak, Chris Vickery, and of course Laurie D. Sandoval. Thank you guys. You're the best.
Thank you so much for supporting our show. And today, it's a special day. We have a truly fantastic guest with us.
Yes.
Today, we have with us the fiery, electrifying, phenomenal guitarist, singer, songwriter from Israel. Yes, we are talking about the prominence of today's episode, the front woman of Kalo, Miss BAT-OR Kalo. Kalo is a major act across the Midwest. She has played alongside the legends like Andy Frasco and the UN, John Mayall, George Thoroughgood, and many more.
Yeah, and she currently has 4 albums to her name out in the musical universe. Her album named Wild Change was nominated for Best Album for the Independent Music Awards. In 2019, Kalo was featured as part of the groundbreaking docuseries Play It Loud and also Live from the Divide, a nationally syndicated podcast and concert series. Kalo and her music have also been highly praised by many music magazines. She is also a graduate from Oklahoma City University in music program, and interestingly, she's also served in the Israeli army.
That's right. And she is also granddaughter of renowned Israeli author and poet Shlomo Kalo. It's an honor to have such an eminent artist on the show today. Please join us in welcoming Ms. Kalo.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
You made me sound like a rock star.
I mean, you are
I
so.
mean,
You are, yeah, absolutely.
oh, that was such a fancy opening. I was like, wow,
I mean,
amazing,
you deserve it.
amazing.
So
Oh, it's just you guys, fantastic job. And
thank
Holly,
Thank
you.
you
thank
so
you.
much.
And Holly, thank you for connecting us. I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, there she
Yes,
is.
There she
thank you,
is.
Holly. Thank you so much, first of all, for coming on the Voice It show, Carlo. And we're so excited to chat with you. And good morning to you, by the way.
Yeah.
Hi. I never read the names. I'm sorry because I know I'm making a mistake reading it. I'm so sorry.
That's all.
Oh,
That's
that's
all
okay.
okay.
I'm so sorry. But I'm seeing you guys.
That's all okay.
Yeah.
It
So
feels so good.
let's start with the questions. So for the beginning, I want to take you to. I mean, well, I want to take you to the very beginning. So
Take me.
yeah. So tell me, how did your musical journey start? Did you grow up in a musical family?
I have. Yeah, actually, I have. My grandpa, he loved guitars. He bought guitars to all of his children.
Oh,
They play
Mhm.
or they didn't play. He bought guitars. My grandma house apartment, where to say in Israel there are more apartments,
mm-hmm.
had like probably four of them. Yes. That's my grandpa. You're even gonna make me cry today. I see this.
Right.
And so it was that. And my father was very, very musical, and my mother was very musical. And later on, we had another rock star joining the family,
Yeah.
married to one of his daughters, my grandpa's daughter. And,
Mhm.
but I think mainly it was just, it was kind of, I was following the sound of it. So, yeah, that's my daddy. Exactly that man. And very young there.
Yeah.
He's almost 70 today, I think so. But yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. And, it's just that. So it was around me
Cool.
all the time. Yeah, it was music
Hmm.
all the time around the
Yeah.
house. I think that is kind of
That's cool.
the medicine we needed all the time.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
amazing. And when it comes to
Do
instruments, how did you start playing the guitar?
Well, I was a very dyslexic
Yeah.
girl when I was growing
Mm-hmm.
up. Yes, I think it was the beginning of
wow.
understanding that we're not autistic or something like this.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Thank you about the photo. And weird times, and my dad kind of wanted me to have something more than, school because I wasn't good in school. I was
Yeah.
constantly been called retard by the teachers, and
Man.
Yeah.
yeah. But, that journey obviously led me into this. And so it was kind of, am I going to play drums or guitar? But I was always attracted to the guitar. So I
Yeah.
think it was already set for me. And I love the drums, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a drummer.
Yeah.
I'm just not.
Yeah.
And guitars are totally my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, it was just short to where I was going
Yeah.
with it. So
That's cool.
that's
Right.
that's it. Yeah.
Nice.
Do you remember this kid?
Oh my god. Oh
This was.
my god. My friend posted that one day because she saw it in my phone and she stole my phone and she saw it and posted it
Yeah.
online. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna kill you someday.
So
But
sorry.
it's okay. It's okay. It's a very cute picture.
It is.
I love
Yeah,
that picture.
it truly is. We love it too. Yeah. Definitely. So, how were your years back in Israel and Haifa?
Say again, sorry.
How were your years living in Israel?
It was home, and
Hmm.
home is always good or bad. It's home. And
Right.
and I mean it's a very wide question you ask, but I'll try to focus maybe or give you
Okay,
something.
share your
I mean
fondest memories.
I mean I want to say people are very real in Israel, so it's very easy just to be. I think reality was
Mm.
always a little bit harder than a lot of other places. We talked about it before we start here,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
Yeah.
in realities like this, a situation of survivor all the time, and who is right and who is the bad guy, who's the good guy. It's like you grew up in a
Right.
place where you just learn how to. There's nothing to say, nothing to do. I mean, people will try to steer a ship left or right, and we know love.
Right.
At the end of the day, we know
Yeah.
love. I think in ways that many people maybe don't.
Yeah.
And we know how to stick together when we have to because we have no choice. We have to, take care of each other. And
Yes.
we just mentioned that, we talked about it that I used to see every time after um, a season of a war kind of a thing. Hate to say that, but hell,
Yeah.
and people
True.
are people, power. Um,
Man.
I told you guys that every time I'd see somebody walk down the street with a guitar on their back,
Yes.
I would
Yeah.
feel a little bit more peaceful. But you know, I think PTSD is something that I'm used to. And you know, you guys as well as I know. But it's, you know, you move forward as life are anyways. You don't get stuck too long in holes
Right.
in the ground and pity on yourself. Sure thing, I do pity on myself, you know, but in that regard, I remember my grandma, for instance, it's like, get up, move on. Nobody have time
Ah,
for this.
Yeah.
ah,
And you know,
that's beautiful.
in ways, sometimes you do want to stop and think about it, but in others, you just think, hell with it. You just need to move forward.
True.
I mean, what's in the past? You know, to dig so
Right.
much, or just move on. This is life.
Move
It's
on.
beautiful as that.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Very good.
So
Very good.
this is kind of, you know, short, I think, way of thinking how is growing up in Israel. A lot of love, a lot of
Mm.
rough democracy, but there is democracy. Comparing to what
Mm.
people see outside, we live together. You know, the people.
Right.
I'm not talking about political or, you know, all
Right.
the other
Right.
disaster, but people with people are always good. And we
Exactly.
all, yeah,
Connected.
yeah, they all live and want to live, and that's it.
Peace, love, and joy. That's it.
That's right. Amen for that.
Yeah.
Cool. So, when was it that you started learning guitar? What what age?
Um, I think it was, I want to say 10, around 10 years old.
Cool.
And
Oh wow.
yeah, and I'm 40 now. I'm still learning. And
do Do you remember your first guitar?
I do. Of course I do. I picked up one of my grandma's stash of guitars that were laying there. You know, not all the children took
Wow.
a guitar, but my grandpa just kept buying them. I mean, they got divorced at some
Ah,
point, so he left her all these guitars and took one.
Yeah.
And
uh-huh.
he was a good guy, my grandpa that you mentioned. And
Yeah,
he was always fair. He believed that this on this earth you have to reward people with physical things. You know, it's like their money, guitar. It's important because that's kind of what
true.
we have here. You know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so he left all his guitars, and I took one. I remember asking for it. It was a little bit. Grandma could not take a guitar. It was not that easy. I think
Yeah.
they reminded her of life. You know, things, good things. Anyway,
Ah.
she gave it to me. She always loved me very much, this grandma of mine, and
Mm-hmm.
um, and that's it. I started the journey of finding out what I like playing, what I don't like, what you know. And fast
Right.
forward, it's my cousin gave me electric guitar. Let me borrow it. You know, before you buy that kind of an instrument, it's a lot of money. It was, you know, back then there were no cheap instruments like today. The massive amount of instrument that people make, I don't know, China for a
Yeah.
dollar and a half because they're slaving everybody. And it was not like this. Like when you bought a guitar, it was probably, you know, a couple thousands of shekels, which would be like $1,000,
Oh.
$2,000. So it was always that, and so before you bought an instrument, it was important to know that you're going to marry to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, surely I'm married to it. I'm happy.
Happily. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So I want to ask is you also served in army over there in Israel.
Yes. Yeah.
So how many years did you serve in the army?
So
And what? Yeah, go ahead, please.
no, tell me. Ask me. Ask me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stop you.
Uh, and what did the army life teach you that you still carry with you in life?
What the army life taught me.
Yeah.
Okay, so females in the Israeli army go for 2 years. If they don't have more,
Okay.
they want to stay usually. Men go for 3 years. That's the mandatory when you start. You do it almost for free. You get paid every month, like probably $100.
Okay.
And yeah, it's ridiculous. And the army usually takes care of everybody, and all kind of capacity. That's right. That's my best friend there to the left. And that little girl
Wow.
today, she's after the army. She finished the army already.
Yeah.
And we were in the middle there. I seen the ranks that I have. We finish when we have 3 lines on our shoulder. So that
Yeah,
is
the rank.
very close to the end. Happily.
Ah.
Yeah, we're literally counting those on the wall,
Yeah.
And she was in the Air Force, and I was on the ground force. And
Right.
yeah, she was more badass than I ever was. And and anyway, the army, I think, gave me more balls. I want to say to capacity, more to say no to things that I don't like today, push it away from me.
Right.
Things, practice is something that is important. Put some
Uh-huh.
solid, I want to say, repetition ideas, that do it again, do it again, do it again.
Yeah.
And you just don't stop.
Right.
You just don't stop. And how would I say it? It's like, I think, what would you call it? It's like when you do things over and over and you kind of don't being
Cliche.
discouraged. Say it again?
Cliche?
No.
No.
When you keep practice and, oh man, that word. 3 foreigns.
Perseverance.
It will come back to me. But, um,
Something like that.
we're just being taken and really belong to the country and we serve it. And it's a very good army, for that to say. Very good, very gentle army. And it
True.
takes care of his soldiers. I know right now the world wants to hate a lot of us, but I can't believe this is happening, really. But very good army and very good people, And the army really
Yeah.
runs on 18 years olds that finish high school, and we go right to the army.
Wow.
Disciplined, that's the word.
Oh, look.
Disciplined. Yeah. Discipline.
God.
Thank you. Yes. And discipline, that's what it gives you. Discipline, and loving the ground that you're growing on and understanding the battles and and understanding that nothing come easy, and for the most part you have to fight for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, here on Earth, I want to say that's my experience. Anybody that I've seen trying to do a shortcut never shortcut it. It's always like the lazy way is the shortcut. You always get extra work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Holly.
We have a question from Kat. She's asking, is army conscription still happening today in Israel?
Say it again. You were breaking. Would you ask?
Oh, the question in the comments.
Is army what is that? What is that word?
Conscription.
What is that word? Still
I don't know.
happening to you? What is that word? Conscription. Can you?
Conscription. What is that, Kathy? You'll have to explain.
Yeah, all the foreigners in the room here. You have to explain that word.
Yeah. We don't live in UK, Kathy. We are not English speakers.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cons-
Okay.
do you still have to join? Yes, always. Israel always have to join because there's never
Okay.
a dull moment of the other side trying to kill us. Yes, always a
Cool.
protection. All right,
All right. So,
that's right.
persistence and never give up. That's right. So, moving on to your musical journey, you have 4 albums out already.
Do I?
That indeed,
I,
yeah.
I guess I do. Okay.
So modest over there. Killer albums, by the way, badass albums. Wild Change, Dear John, and many singles as well, by the way. And one of the very latest singles is
Yeah,
Everyone Wants
that's
to Rule the World.
a cover song, right?
That's a cover song. I know,
Yes. Yeah.
but that's the latest one. And before I move on to other things, I want to talk about Wild Change.
Yeah.
Uh, what is or what was the inspiration behind Wild Change?
First of all, to keep creating. Number one rule all the time. You just don't stop, even if you don't have a premonition or muse or fuck that shit. So keep creating and again keep moving forward, life. It's a good
Mhm.
circle that moves I think move forward. Energy moves forward. I don't know. But anyway, and so that's number one. And number
Mhm.
two, I always need a wild change. When people likes to sit and stew. I stew too, but the only medicine I have for stewing is get up and keep walking.
Yeah.
It's the only
True.
medicine I know. So,
So that's how you fix things.
Holly, I have only wild change. I can send it to you.
Can I get your albums in hard tea copy? Okay.
Yeah, that's the only one that I have right now printed.
Oh.
I don't print them anymore, the CDs. I think I might gonna start printing um, what's it called, LPs, like
Yeah,
LPs
vinyl.
and EPs.
records,
Yes.
because I don't know, it
Yeah.
seems more artistic, makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah. And
Keep moving and learning. Yeah.
yeah, so let's move on to the other question. So tell me, what else would you like people to know about yourself and your music?
I would like them to know
Mhm.
nothing about myself. It's the
Yeah.
truth. Because, I tell you this, I'm very aware of humanity. And I just, what we write is usually not what we are. When you ask me, which was very sweet of you, to say that this free spirit, no, I'm not free spirit. I'm struggling with everything that you guys struggle at the end of the day, which is always finance, money, love, happiness, ground myself, love
Yeah.
the others, love what I don't understand. Maybe don't love it, but try to be in peace with it
Mm-hmm.
and
Mhm.
live my life and maybe try to leave a trail of good. I don't know. And I don't know even sometimes what good mean.
Yeah.
So
True. True.
um, I don't know if anybody wants to know anything about me, but I hope my music will just basically bring joy or a good food for the soul. Because I think music have no
Sure does.
filters, no filters. And
Mm-hmm.
I was just in Texas. I was playing a show, and I met my friends from New York that I have not seen in a long time, and they've been through a horrible pandemic.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, they literally have PTSD of this. And
Man.
we talked, and we started talking politic. It was right when all this bombing stopped in Israel, and
Mm.
most of them are always like Democrats, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
this time it was different. This time, I think we all understood one thing. We're in the religion of music. All of a sudden, people were like very, oh, we understand. We understand the need to protect or survive through something. And so you don't have to agree. But if you're a civil and human being, music usually, many other things, by the way, music is just one of the tools for
Right.
peace, and it's
True.
it's it's that I can laugh with you even if we didn't agree, you know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I tell
Yeah.
you what, I take a problem right now when people want me dead and they still want to sit down with me and laugh. I think it's very much of a lie,
Oh wow.
I do think it's a lie. And why are you willing to say, people willing just to be accepted for whatever reasons?
Mm.
And that I don't think I agree with. And this is where I have to accept what I can't change. But,
Yeah. Yeah.
and all that to say, meeting my friends and playing music with them, maybe not agreeing 100% of politic views or whatever it is, it's just, at the end of the day, I just want to, just take people and it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
And I feel that's,
Right.
I mean, this is just what we need, right? You guys been in bombing. Oh, thank you. You've been in the bombing. You guys been in hard places like this. And all
Oh
we
yes.
wanted really is like little kids. It's like you just want to be somebody to hold your hand and says it's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
We're gonna survive this one. And
So
Mm-hmm.
true.
we're
Ah.
gonna we're gonna have the opportunity to cook again for each other and sit together and this is love. Nothing like you
Yeah.
know it's fairy tale stories. But yeah. What you saying? Tell me.
Good. Spread love and spread music. That's all.
Right, it's simple. It's music,
Very
food,
simple.
laughs, dance. This is
Yeah.
all the signs of peace. And I think both of you really understand that and know that. This is where his freedom is kind of spreading in the room quietly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. True.
You're right.
Speaking of food, you're in a cafe right now. So,
Speaking of what?
speaking of food, you're in a cafe right now. So,
I'm hungry.
there it is.
Yeah.
Ah, what are your favorite cuisines or dishes?
One of my favorite dishes, like
Yeah.
Yeah,
foods. So
like
I cook
foods. Yeah,
I cook this Israeli food, but I know you
cool.
have it in your country, kind of in a different shape, probably call it something different. And I don't know about your experience with
Yeah.
food.
Mhm.
I think you have more, don't be mad at me, but is it more like Russian food, like krepalach? Like, no, it's not the same. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Ah,
No.
it's okay.
Forgive me.
That's
It's not.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. But I love to cook. You know, like you have meatballs, but from chicken, like in a red
Mhm.
sauce, and
Wow.
rice and salad. And those are my favorites. And steamed vegetables. I
Oh.
love vegetables. I just love vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing like vegetables. And
I'm a vegetarian, so I love vegetables too. So,
I mean, I'm
and
not, and I love them too. So.
me too. I think I eat sometimes like chicken just because there's
Mhm.
nothing around. And I
Yeah.
don't know.
fair,
Someday I'll have the balls
fair.
that you have to turn out be vegetarian for good.
True.
You're
Yeah.
just more brave than me.
It is. And so we have a question
True.
from Kath. We call her Jaffa Cake Lady. So she wants to know one personal thing. So what is your favorite biscuit or cookie?
My cookie, my favorite cookie,
Yeah.
chocolate chips cookie.
Oh.
Or
There you go.
if it's an Israeli, I mean, I don't think it's an Israeli one. It's probably Moroccan
Mm-hmm.
cookie. Then it's like sand, but there's a lot of butter in it, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just good white dough. I don't
Yeah.
even know how to explain it, but it falls
Hmm.
apart with a lot of sugar powder on it. Oh, oh. I
Nice.
think it calls maamul.
Yeah.
I think so, but
Mhm.
That's a
Okay.
okay. That's mouth watering now. Let's
Yeah.
let's move on,
Yeah, I'm
or
kind
else
of
I'll
hungry
start.
now.
I'll start drooling right away. So I also fun fact. I don't know if it's true. You're gonna tell me. You also love the smell of old books.
I do. And you want to hear something funny? I can barely read them
Yeah.
because I'm dyslexic.
Yeah. Aw.
Because I love
Uh,
I love writing mathematic. I don't know how to do that.
ah,
My father is a mathematic. My grandpa was a genius.
oh yeah.
Genius. I mean, he could do. I mean, he barely went to high school. He finished
Yeah.
high school. He walked in there, finished all the exams, and walked out. He was done.
Mm-hmm.
But I think maybe he told me once, if you be trapped in a cell in jail and you have books, you're free.
Yeah.
The only
Yeah.
problem, yeah, the only problem for me that I never liked reading. Reading for me is very hard. It's like painful process as a
Mhm.
dyslexic. So thank God I
Mhm.
can listen to books these days, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love books. I love looking at math. I love looking at pages full of music on them. I love when someone else came in and did something good, did something beautiful that I
Right.
can't do or can do, but it's creativity.
Mhm.
It's
True.
beautiful.
True.
Yeah.
True. Magnificent.
Yeah.
Yes. Um,
And yes, funky.
yeah. So we have another question in the comments from Holly, and she's asking, when you came to America, how did you end up in Oklahoma?
So I was a student first time in Oklahoma City University, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Um, I started there with a scholarship,
Mm-hmm.
and God knows why they gave me a scholarship, but they did.
Yeah.
And I think I always knew since I was really little that the music I love so much is here. So I was kind of looking for ways how to get here. I mean, I never saw myself as, I think as a Jewish Zionist Israeli grew up like this. I'm not allowed to think of myself like this is home,
Yeah.
but this
Mm-hmm.
is this is a massive experience and
Mm-hmm.
place that I love to move around as long as I have the opportunity and I can do it and learn the music I love, which is gospel.
Yeah.
Gospel always attracted me here,
Mm-hmm.
and
Wow.
and I think more like um, black religion music, which is gospel, but for it
Oh yeah.
all colors in it. I know there have all kind of gospels as I learn as I go here, and so there's blues in it as well, and so there's jazz,
Yes.
and so it's infinity, and well, I'm still around, and that's what brought me. What was your question? I lost my path. Well,
Oh,
That was
how did
pretty
you?
much it.
Yeah, that's it.
What brought you to Oklahoma? Yep.
so it was. I was looking to run away from New York City. I couldn't do it anymore in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
So since I was a
Mm-hmm.
student here, I knew one friend here, one Israeli family that was here when I came here, and
Mm-hmm.
I just crashed for a couple weeks and with them and start rolling. I mean, musicians. I found musicians and start playing, and you know
Right.
that's
Nice.
it.
And yeah, so do you
I
currently have any hobbies or interests outside of music?
I'm searching for them.
Yeah.
I always do. I'm a painter. too.
Hmm.
I see it as a hobby since I didn't choose to go for that
Yeah,
professionally.
there
Yeah.
you
You
go.
are?
Yeah.
Boom. Good. So I think that's my hobby. You know, when I
Hmm.
get really upset, it calms me down. Just to paint, you know, and put lines all the
Mhm.
time and
Yeah.
sketch. It's
Hmm.
just my
Right.
brain gets in a calmer mode with that. So
Right.
Yeah.
So cool.
I can relate to you. Painting is, I don't know, it's relaxing. It's, when you're being creative, it's just amazing. Yeah.
yeah, it is.
I want to take you to performing on stage. So, not even performing, before you go on stage, what is those few things or one thing that you think you have to do before you get on stage? And I'm not talking about tuning the guitar and whatnot. Those things are done. But
Spiritually, you're talking about spiritually.
spiritually, yeah,
Because
maybe.
I think it is spiritually. First of all, as an entertainer, it's so
Hmm.
important that I would play for the people who comes to see me. It's important that I remember
Hmm.
why I'm there, you know. I do it for me, for my own little ego, but but the whole idea, I think, is to bring joy. Joy is important. And
True.
and I try to tune in to that even if I don't feel like it, you know.
Mm.
I try to bring I don't know, cool, fun, watching something that, you know, makes them feel good about themselves. You know, as I
Right.
said before, I think this pandemic actually will sharpen it up. People who see other people dancing and just
Yeah.
moving, it makes us feel better. It's attract our
Hmm.
brain to joy,
Yeah.
more
Yeah. Yeah.
joyful places. And I think depression is something that need that, you know, that chemical interaction in our brain. And
True.
so if I see people moving, people dancing, that's it. That's the job. And so I'm trying to, I'm not
Right.
always happy or whatever it is, you know, and
Yeah.
I'm not full of joy anyway with life.
Hmm.
It's not that, but it's about me always working on myself, bringing joy to me. And so when I go on stage, I try to tune in to bring joy
Hmm.
through the guitar, through the song.
Yeah.
So
True.
yeah, through the rhythm, yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
just give
beautiful.
them, yeah, to give them the best experience for that night that they came in to see me, and just maybe forget, maybe not forget, maybe
Hmm.
sit down and just watch something weird.
Yeah.
That's
Just
it, you
seeing
know.
them smile because of your song or your your playing, it's a joy, right?
Whatever it is, you know. Tears, smile, everything is important, you know, that
Hmm.
experience of
True.
life that we're all in it. So
True.
all
Yeah.
of it,
So true.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Mhm. And
Another question is just a sec,
yeah,
Monkey.
go
I
So,
on.
one.
since you've recorded as well, I'm going to ask this. Where do you feel the most comfortable? On stage or in a recording studio?
Well, I had to practice my way through in a recording studio, and so I've learned to be an engineer here. Got lucky, and I met the right people,
Wow.
and yeah, and so I had to learn. I used to hate it really bad because it's
Mhm.
very microscopic experience to be in a studio, and it's an
Mhm.
amplify all your mistakes, all your flaws.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god. And I've learned that this is what's real, you know, the little flaws that I hear makes music real. So again, there's always a spiritual experience in everything we do.
Right.
And for me, for me,
Yeah.
and because that's important for me, and it's just I feel good today in the studio, very good, and I feel good on stage. What happened to me before I walk on
Mm.
stage, it's always a stomach ache.
Yeah.
It don't matter. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like the harder I struggle,
Jitters,
the harder I
jitters.
struggle with it, the better it gets.
Yeah.
I don't understand
True.
this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. But I like doing things that I'm not comfortable with. Comfortable is something that makes me feel really lazy, really quick,
Yeah.
and out of shape. My brain, my physical body. I just don't feel I should be here on this earth to be very comfortable. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah. I mean,
True.
it's good to get out of your comfort zone a bit, do things that you might even be afraid of doing. So
Absolutely. And
yeah.
it's so weird. It's so
Mm-hmm.
weird.
But
Because the
also
whole
also exciting in a way when you do new things.
absolutely. If it's
Mm-hmm.
pure fear, you should walk away. I mean, but if you walked in it before that and you felt the fear and excitement, that's it. This is
Yeah.
it. Do it. Jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next picture describes how out of comfort zone Kalo
Oh
can
my
get.
God.
Was
I
this for
love
real?
that.
Like, were you
So,
bleeding for real?
so I was playing and I jumped on the speaker because I like to jump on things. And
Oh,
and I
God,
I slide down on the floor. That's right, homie.
man.
I
yeah.
jumped and the guitar hit my face,
Oh
and
no.
it was so quick. I opened it right here, and it just started
Oh
bleeding,
wow.
and I just kept playing, finishing the
Yeah.
song because I'm not gonna quit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I saw stars for a second. The drummer, I was like saying to the drummer, "Keep on going.
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody to have
the show
mercy
must go
on."
on.
Yes. I mean, the joy, we have to bring it. Yeah, it was out.
Yeah.
And there was
Yeah.
actually, it was a really nice lady over there. She was a professional nurse. She came and
Mhm.
she butterflied it for me, and we kept on
Ah,
going. Finished the show, and
Yeah.
hey,
man.
Yeah. And now you're able to say, I was playing the guitar while I was bleeding. You're so tough.
No,
Yeah.
but that
exactly.
that
Yeah,
shows her dedication, and
True.
that's right.
that's
Dedication is very important.
that's that's the zeal that keeps you going, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not
That's
always
part
the
of my Israeli part. We have to
Yeah.
keep on
yeah.
going. No one else will do the job.
Yeah. Move on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
you know that's when the grandma flashback comes. You start bleeding, a part of your mind is like, what now? And then grandma comes, move on. Like,
Exactly. Exactly. It's like, get up, go on.
move on.
We gotta get home. There's always a spot, you always go home. That's
Yeah,
the deal. There's always something good
yeah,
wait on the other side of it. Or in the middle, but you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in the
true.
pain or when you're in that suffering moment, something good happening, but you don't recognize it yet because you're not in a comfortable place to see, the good that happens.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
yeah.
Mm.
You know,
And
the reason why I put up this picture is, I somewhere this picture did motivate me in a way
yeah.
because of the things I said, the zeal and the dedication. And that's
Yeah.
what made me put up this picture. So there you
Well,
go.
thank you. I appreciate it. I love that picture, by the way. I think it's badass.
It is.
It
I,
is.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
So
didn't
Pasi.
hurt anybody but me and still brought
Me.
something good. Yeah, I mean, I hurt
oh,
myself in the process,
I
but
I bled
it
for
was my
people. So yeah.
choice. It was my choice to keep on moving. My
yeah.
choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um so aside from this experience, if please, if you could share some of your, I don't know, other funny or scary moments from stage or off stage.
Ah,
This is one of the best ones, the picture you just showed. But
Yeah.
I don't
it
think.
really is.
Well, I gotta say that recently, maybe it's gonna be too edgy, but hell with it. I don't care. Um,
Cool.
um, it's. I'm trying to think how to say it so it actually sounds right. But
Yeah.
well, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Um, I think no, that's not a good one. Galileo, I'm trying to think. This is always a tricky question that you ask.
Yeah. It's
It's
a
always
thinker.
one because there's so many moments. Oh my God, that is always a tricky one. But especially after I told you this one about that bleeding thing that I fell off the stage. Um, what
It's
is?
okay.
I don't know. I'm
By
sorry.
the time,
Yeah.
by the
That's
time
okay.
you think we'll advertise some merch, there's a lot of cool stuff, cool Kalo merch you can get from the website. One of the coolest stuff is
I don't, I don't have those anymore. Not really. It's just I'm out of all the merchandise because you always need money to
so
make those, so it's like always
Yeah.
like that cycle.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, whatever. You guys approach the merchandise, and I go and make them. So if that's what people want, I can make a few of those and send it. So
If people want it.
for sure, panties are
Also,
great.
oh, look at this.
Who's
Coca-Cola
who's?
and
I think
cigarettes.
it's
Go.
Valerie.
Yeah.
Valerie, I'll kill you. She's my partner in this like you guys doing
By the
this.
way,
She always support me online. I'm a little retard when it comes to online.
by the
What is happening? So
so a big shout out to Valerie Brown.
that's right,
She's the
Valerie.
she's the manager of Kalo, and we have been communicating with her. So, and she's here right now in the chat. So, thank you so much, and big
Yeah,
shout out to you.
she's the translator of the world for me through those
Yeah.
channels. Yeah, I can. I told you, I don't. I meet all the perverts and the crazy people online, and I don't know even how to get rid of them sometimes. And she
Yeah.
goes, "Stop answering." I said, "But it's important. They know the truth." And she says, "They don't care. They just want to mess with shit." And I'm like, "Okay, okay." So
Yeah. So she's like your mother in a way. She's like telling you, don't do that, do that.
translating my, what did you say? What is
She
it?
said it. She said it.
Mother. I think she's a very motherly human being, you know. She
Yeah.
loves to take care of things. And I think she
She's
loves
very
to,
caring.
yeah, she's very caring. And I think she loves to, you know, it's a business basically that, you know, guys, you do it. We play a game, right? We play a
Yeah.
game of like, okay, let's start something and do something. And that's how it starts. You know, when you have your own business and you don't work for other bosses, and they're usually assholes, and in big corporates and all that shit, it becomes very personal, and you want to take care of everything and clean everything and make it move right. And so she's doing all
Yeah.
that, and especially online, she loves the online world, which I despise
Yeah.
in many ways. Yeah, but I love it in many ways too, but she always helped me communicate with it, so it's good. So it's very good. She creates the right bridge, you know.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah,
Cool. That's cool.
yeah.
Okay, so are we back to the story?
Oh, a story about a state. Valerie, are you there? Do you have any story? She's better than me because she remember all the little things. Oh my god. Um,
Okay, we'll get to it. So,
Yeah,
can
keep
I
on
ask
going. Yeah,
you?
I might come
Can I
back to it.
ask you about your guitars and your practice routine? So, do you practice? First of all, tell me which is your number one guitar currently?
I play a Fender Stratocaster right now. Very cheap one. It's actually an American
Okay.
build. It's a cheap one. It's American build.
Mm-hmm.
I changed the pickups on it. Somebody was taking care of me a little bit, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll be bad that I don't remember the name of the pickups. But he based out of shit. I feel like shit. Sorry.
No, it's
And
okay. It's okay. Come on.
we can put it later on. And anyway, I made that guitar a little bit, more function to what I need and want, the sound I want, and that's my favorite.
Right.
She's very light guitar, which is always important because I play for many hours on stage,
Yeah.
and I used to play with the Gibson Les Paul, very old guitar,
Mhm.
but it's so heavy. I can't deal with this anymore. It breaks my back. Not this one. It's a black and white one. This one a friend of mine
Okay.
made. Yeah, this one is a friend of mine. Joel Edison made that. But this one, yes, this is my favorite guitar. I just can't
Ah,
play shows with it. It's so heavy. I can play on it for 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
But after
true.
that, whew, it's heavy as hell.
Left shoulder and neck. Yeah. Sort of thing.
Yeah. But so I think you can find a picture recently that I played with that Fender if you're curious about it. But anyways,
Oh
it's
yes,
American
you did a
American
photo
made, but
shoot.
it's a cheap one
Yeah.
because the wood is cheap, and I like cheap
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I like to be part of. I was just watching today. I was going to the gym and working out, and I saw this lady passing by with a very expensive Corvette, driving this sports
Ah.
Corvette. Yeah, and I was thinking to myself, would I feel comfortable ever driving something like this if I had the money and ability? And like, I don't know,
Yeah.
getting out of it. It's just I don't know. We'll see. I'll let you know if I get there. But
Mm-hmm.
killer Les
True.
Paul. That's true. Killer. That's a very expensive guitar too, which I'm scared to take it on the road. My parents bought it for me when I was
Yeah.
16. Yeah, 16. So that
Wow.
is will never go away from me. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
we'll never sell it. Probably will. You know, somebody will inherit that because I think it's important. This is Zen. The
Yes.
only gift you can give to people, the only real payment is what you learn. You send it to the others that wants to learn that. And so
The real gift is a portion of yourself.
Yeah.
exactly, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that
So
guitar
yeah.
is important to me. But I play right now Fender, which is light as a feather.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Fender
good.
light as a feather. So yeah.
Yes. And it stings
So
like a
do you?
bee.
Ah, awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
So do you practice daily? Of course, you
I
have shows, so
I
you
do.
play, but
I do.
so can you break down your practice routine for us?
So it depends what I do every day. I'm not in the same place every day. I move around. Like I
Mm-hmm.
move around playing. So if I have time, I will pick up a guitar and I'll play songs, which is a
Okay.
constant change of harmonies. And I'll practice harmonies on the guitar, just like do, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do.
Right.
Move as harmonies, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll do scales, major scales, minor scales, and then pentatonic scales, and if I have more time, I'll do 3 notes harmonies moving and 2 notes, and
Yeah.
it's infinity of practice. So it just depends how much time
Sure.
I have, and and how much pity I have on myself on that day as well. And
True.
I always try to do it for an hour at least, and then get up and get out of there. chromatic
Right.
scales, obviously, chromatic scale like
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, yes.
triplets for, I don't know, this
Quadruples,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm sure you know the names better than me. And
Just
recently, yeah,
learning.
recently I want to go back to classic, reading music, because
Theory.
I've been told I'm dyslexic. For the longest as I know, I couldn't read very well any Hebrew or English, but for some reason I remember being able to read music and not learning it. Understanding the rhythm, the feel of it, and
Hmm.
I'm trying to back to lock into this knowledge I have that I think it's not from this lifetime. So, and anyway, they say that any knowledge that you want is right here available to you. You just need to know how to tap into
Exactly.
it. And I think music, although I'm dyslexic and everybody told me, don't write music, don't write it, it's not for you. For some reason, I need to go back to it, because anything that somebody told me I can't do, it's a bunch of humans. Get out of my
Yeah.
way.
I I think those people are listening to Wild Change right now.
I
Yeah.
hope so. I hope
Yeah.
so. But I really want to, kind of get into writing my music and putting it in. I want to write some classic music because I have it in me,
Mhm.
classic music. And so we'll see. We'll see. It will come. Maybe not in this lifetime, but I'm patient, right?
Mhm.
No, I'm not.
Uh,
But yeah.
and
Good.
folks watching or yeah, go ahead. Please go ahead.
No, no, no. So say something. I'm trying to think if I have a story.
Oh.
And
Cool,
okay, I have a
cool.
story. One of the first times that I
Yay, sure.
played, yeah, one of the first times that I played Enid. This is where I fell on my face,
Mm.
basically. The guitar fell on me. It was the
Yeah.
last show I did there for very good friends that hired me from the moment I showed up in Oklahoma.
Mhm.
And
Aha.
I had shitty drummers, but they kept hiring me for some reason. Hell, I don't know why, but they kept bringing me back. And anyways, one of the first shows I played there was a guy. His name is Dallas Maurice,
Mhm.
and
Mm-hmm.
he's not here right now, but
Uh-huh.
he kept yelling from the crowd, "It's better be good." And you know
Yeah.
what? First time I've heard it, I was offended by it.
Yeah.
And the second time I've heard it,
Uh-huh.
I was like, all right, universe, say something to me. I better listen and get better. And today I think I come up to his table when I have the chance. This place is not open anymore, but when it was, I would go to his stage and
Mhm.
solo his
Hmm.
table and just give it to him when it played, and I think that is great story for me, at least.
Mhm.
It's like when
Oh yeah.
when the universe challenge you, yeah,
Yeah.
jump in there, jump. And so your ego would
Take the
always be
leap.
in the way. Yeah, yeah. Your ego always going to be in the way, but it's like, all right, that's part of the deal. Here I go.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yes.
rope jumping. You guys know how to jump rope? Did you play them in high school or school?
Yes. Yes.
Me neither, never. But I've
No.
seen it was a lot of the girls would do it. You did, huh?
Yeah.
Amazing.
I did. Surprisingly, I did. When people look at me like, yeah, really?
Dude, amazing. I always thought it's amazing, but I never had the balls to jump in because I was never invited, to
Yeah.
jump in. But they would stand, and today, if I walk down the street and somebody will call me in, jump in, oh, you bet your ass, I'll jump in there.
Yeah.
Even if I'll mess it up. I mean,
Mm.
that's the only way to
Yeah.
go. Yeah. So that is that for the story on stage. It's better be good. It's better be good if you get the microphone. It's better be good if you get that guitar and people watching you on a pedestal. You know? You better respect the
Yeah.
ones who open their ears and listen. So it's better be good.
Yeah. Nice
Be
story.
good.
for
All
sharing it.
right,
Actually,
for sure.
and exactly, and calling all dreamers chase the dark away, man. So that's there. So one of the things, and Kalo herself is an example of challenges and whatever you face. If you give in, I mean, if you keep on doing it, you're gonna break it and make it true. You just have to keep doing it and just jump in
So,
and you'll do
what
it.
did you say? What did you say about calling all dreamers?
I just
It was breaking a little bit, and so.
I just quoted the song.
Oh, you did.
Oh,
Calling all
I just
dreamers, yeah. It's
chase the
calling
dark
all
away.
dreamers, yeah. It's like the faith. Maybe I need to
yeah,
change it to the calling all people with faith. Ah, sounds good.
Ah,
Calling all dreamers. We'll stick to that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's the best. So yeah,
um, so I have one more question for you,
All
and it
right.
is:
go ahead.
so, what is your advice to your fans, your friends, and the people who are watching us right now?
I have zero advice. I don't think I'm smart. I don't think I have anything smart to say as I'm sitting in this form here. I think sometimes when I write music and oh, we lost Funky.
Where
I'm
where
back.
did she go? She's back. Okay.
All right, yeah. I really don't have any advice to give, but look at that. I don't
There's
know,
always the but.
everybody sells dreams out there today for very expensive. So I have nothing to sell. I guess that's what I'm saying. And I don't know. We need to get to a better place in this world. And I'm
Yeah.
not sure how we're going to do it, but I hope with some rhythm and some good
Mm-hmm.
melody, you know? That's what I hope. Rhythm and good melody. And, you know, I don't know. So I don't think it's an advice, but a prayer,
Yeah.
so it's all. Nobody wants to kill nobody for power or just because they hate them because they've been raised like this. Who raised people like this? I think I'm less in myself right now and more praying for a world peace. How
Mm-hmm.
corny this is sound. And,
True.
and never have left and right. I think people deserve to have a home. And home is a place of respect and love, and
Yeah.
never go in there, like terrorists and whatever, rape. That's exactly what it is. And I just, I just want to know the people that I love are safe, and people you guys love are safe, and I just want to know the good people are safe. And I really wish that the bad people would go away, disappear. I don't care how.
Yep.
You can
Yeah.
call me any names right now, but here's the challenge,
Oh no, we are
So
with you on that. Just go away. Poof.
Yeah.
just calling all dreamers, man. I think the dreamers don't have evil dreams. I don't think so. So
Hope
I,
so.
I hope I
Exactly.
hope not. They say that sometimes the evil ones do have evil dreams to make them happen. There's evil dreams, but I don't know.
Those are called nightmares. So
There you go. Boom. You helped me
Yeah.
out here. So we keep it
Wow.
calling all
Yeah.
dreamers. Yeah. Let's just
Definitely.
pray together. I have no advice, just a prayer, I think.
Yeah, well, I think you have shared a lot of
that's
amazing advice and wise
Oh,
words,
thank you.
in this episode. So I thank you for that.
And it's so important to me that younger generation, that grew up with internet will dig farther in from what they get online because it's all false. It's like somebody's trying to recreate history, and history is
Yeah.
so beautiful, and
true.
so knowledgeable. And we don't need more wars. We really
Hmm.
don't. And I wish, you know, if I'm getting old, it's fine by me. I always knew I like it better than being 20. I was suffering when I was 20.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's right.
Right.
And you guys did really great.
Thank you.
And I know
Thank you.
Funky's young in high school, and you're
Yeah.
not in high school anymore, but still 26 is. You were in the generation of internet, and
Yeah,
you both guys very wise, very probably old souls, and very.
true.
It was lovely. I know older people than you that just don't know how to interview.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, thank you so
Thank you.
much.
That's such a big
Yes.
compliment for us. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you
And
guys so much. Thank you.
yes, before we end this interview, not only this, but Kalu has a lot of laurels to her name. She was the face of the Current Land magazine and was in the Women Who Rock. And she
Do you know how many
has a
people I pissed off for this one?
Oh, really?
what?
Oh, yeah, really.
Is there a story there we want to know?
Yeah, they were pissed because they said that I'm not blues enough or not black enough or not this enough. It's never enough.
Yeah.
So
God.
Yeah. Who
okay,
cares?
move
Who
on, move
cares
on.
about them?
They said all that, and look who's on the top. So yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, and there you go. So and please follow the band Kalo.
Oh my
They
god.
rock. They rock. Those two characters are the bassist and one's
He
the
doesn't.
drummer, Mac and Mike. So
Right.
there's a big shout out to them as well. And please follow
You're welcome.
Kalo on her socials, which I'll be sharing just in a sec. So here you go. That's her website,
Look at that,
kaloband.com.
man. You're just
And
fancy.
please
Wow.
go follow her on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at the rate Kalo Rocks. So please
Thank
go
you.
check her out, check her band out, and listen to her music. All these links are in the description of this video. So you don't have to go anywhere else. Just scroll down and read the description of this video.
Yeah. That's
That's
So,
about.
and
awesome.
we have had an amazing time today. And
I
it
had an
was
Yeah.
amazing time with you guys. Thank you.
such a pleasure and honor to talk to you. Thank you so
Same.
much for giving us your time today
Oh,
and
thank you for your
spending your
time.
morning with us.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
It was a pleasure.
we wish
Couldn't
you,
spend it any better.
Aw.
thank you.
That's so
Absolutely.
sweet.
And we wish you all the best with your future projects and music and
Yeah.
everything that you're doing. And
Thank
we'd
you.
love to see you once again and,
Let's
keep
do
seeing you.
it. Let's do it.
Definitely.
I think I'll send you to my friend. I'll send you guys to my
Ah,
friend. Check him out. Yeah, I will email you later.
oh, cool. No problem.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
See
And
you guys.
after the outro, please stay with us just for a while. Okay. So thank you guys, and it's been a great time. And thank you all for watching and being with us today. We'll see
Yeah.
you in the next episode of the Voice It Show.
Ciao
Bye.
for now.
So thank you
Bye
and ciao
guys.
for
Be
now.
safe.
See ya. Peace.